What's up guys, welcome back. I am working on getting the steering system on the car dialed in today. About a week ago I got the steering rack bolted back up to the new K-member, but I didn't connect the tie rods because they needed to be adjusted, and I didn't want to make any adjustments until I was certain that the front wheels were as straight as possible and in line with the rear wheels. So what I got going on right now is basically a DIY at home alignment deal. And yes, once the car is up and running, you're still gonna wanna go get a professional alignment, but this should help you out and get you in the ballpark of where you need to be until the car is capable of driving to an alignment shop. So basically what you're gonna wanna do is get 2 jack stands in the front of the car and then 1 piece of string that is long enough to go around the entire car. And you're gonna center it on the wheels, like so. And so it's gonna be fully resting on the rear side of the rear tire, and then you're gonna wanna adjust the jack stand in the front so that the string that's touching the sidewall on the front of the rear tire is barely touching. As you guys can see, let me see if I can get it focused. You guys see how it's like, it's right there. Same deal on this side. The string is, focus, just barely touching the sidewall of the front of the rear tire. So once you have that dialed in, then you can just take measurements off the sidewall of the front tire to the string, and that'll give you a good representation of if the tire needs to be moved, you know, toe in or toe out. Because if you measure for the sidewall to the string and it's 2.5 inches in the back and then 3 inches in the front, then you know that you have to go toe out some in order to make up that difference. So I went ahead and made my adjustments to the wheels, and then I adjusted the tie rods accordingly and got them put back into place. So now all I have to do is get the tie rods tightened down, and then we can move on to getting the new steering column installed on the car. One of the many benefits of having a tube front end is that we can do things like work on our tie rods without having to jack up the car and remove the wheels. We aren't just putting any old steering column back in the car. This is a Motion Raceworks steering column, and if you guys are not familiar with these or you haven't heard of them, I suggest you go do some homework because these steering columns are sick. I already got the new little fire plate that comes with the steering column kit bolted up to the firewall, so now we just got to put this little gasket over the steering column and we can start to get it into position. Saving the best part for last, all of the Motion Raceworks steering columns come with a strange quick release. And yeah, these things are top of the line. So now all we have to do, put our wheel on, and we are good to go. So that is sick. Oh, you guys can't really see. Give you a better look of it. Check it out. The new steering column is in the car. And yeah, Miss Parker is starting to look like a car again. I'm stoked. So there's just a few more things we have to button up on the steering column, like the little gasket at the bottom. I just got to drill some holes and rivet that in, as well as make sure that my steering wheel is straight, and then secure the steering column rod, I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but the actual pole that goes on the inside of the column to the steering rack. We just got to secure that, but I'm going to do that on another day when I have a second set of eyes out here helping me out, so that way I can make sure that the steering wheel remains straight while I am securing you know, the inner part of the steering column down here at the steering rack. So everything will be aligned and straight when I finish, because the last thing I want to do is you know, tighten this up down here and then go inside the car and the steering wheel is crooked. So it'll just be beneficial to me if I wait and have some patience until I have another set of eyes out here to help me out, and yeah, we'll just knock that out in a few minutes. But yeah boys, so now the steering rack is back in the car. dialed in, and the new steering column is in the car and dialed in, and I could not be more happy about it. So yeah, make sure to go check out Motion Raceworks if you guys are looking for an aftermarket steering column, because I don't know, these things are top notch. You guys know the vibes. A little IPA action with a dank ass sub and some salt and vinegar chips. If you guys don't like salt and vinegar chips when you're eating a sub, you're sleeping. So good. Cheers, boys. Bingo. Got that done. So now the little gasket is mounted to the firewall plate. Next on the list of to-dos is to get the dash back into the car, so we can then mock up the relay panel on the passenger side behind the dash, get that mounted, and then I could start to run wires and cables to where they need to go. So yeah, I want to start cracking down on getting the car rewired so we could just be that much closer to getting Miss Parker fired up. We still are waiting for some important fuel fittings that I cannot really complete the fuel system without said fuel fittings, so don't know when they're coming. They're supposed to come at the end of July. Hopefully they get here and then I can button up the fuel system. By that time, I would like to have the entire car rewired and ready to go. Then I should be able to fire up the car for the first time. So exciting, boys, but we still got a whole bunch of work ahead of us. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Be easy.